Hey, welcome to SAB Chronicles, aka the COVID Chronicles. We're going to dive deep into the teachings of a few of our CEO Action Pod groups spanning from 2020 all the way to 2024. This series takes us through the fire of COVID to post COVID, and now who really gives a care about COVID? If you listen to this series, you're going to gain inside knowledge of strategies of the past and strategies of the future. Hold on to your seats as you're about to get a PhD in business. Buckle up and let's get rolling. Hey, are you looking to scale your business from five figures to six figures or six figures to seven figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
Going into November, December, hey, we're wrapping up fourth quarter. All right. So the focus needs to be the final push. Okay. And the final push, I mean, there is so much money spent in November and December. If you're not ahead of that curve, you better get ahead of it now. Okay. That's for sure. Because this is that final push of the year where most of you, this is what these 2 months are what is going to allow you to hit your goal right now. Okay. So if you're a little short of goal, this is the push to get you past it right now. Okay. And finish this quarter really strong. And then really move off of that momentum going into next quarter. So so let's look at and execute a plan. Okay, some of us have talked about this already. You know, what are your 3 main products or services, whatever that might be? What are those 3 things that you're pushing in this last quarter? What are they? You got to look at those. What are those top 3 products that maybe even throughout last quarter or the year that have been, you know, really, really good for you? That's what you need to be focusing on. Let's not focus on, if it's not a profit generating activity at this point, or a profit generating, we shouldn't be in profit or product creation right now. Okay. We should be in blast mode right now with our top 3 products that have done well through the year and scale those, going into supporting CY first and second quarter 2021 with those top 3. Okay. That's the goal. That's what we want to be hunting for at this point. Okay. Is that push that finishes us strong, carries the momentum into Q1 and 2 in 2021, and we have that big burst going into 2021. Why? You've all heard me say it. Q1 and 2 should be your biggest acquisition months of the year. 100%. Okay, it doesn't mean you stop. I'm just saying those should be your first 2. Why? Because you're jumping off of fourth quarter those main products. Okay. For those of you, for everybody, you should start to see how this process is laying itself out for you, right? And how we've spoke from, you know, cap 1 pushing all the way through to now what supports that next jump. Okay. Should all make really good sense on how all these dots have connected to this point. Because now we're all rolling right back around to when we said Q1 and Q2 are the main acquisition quarters. Okay. So it should all start making sense at this point. The process that we're going through. Okay. Now, in saying that, yes, the push is there, but it's also the holidays, right? I mean, you've got to recreate, rest, regain some strength during the holidays, because first and second quarter should literally be taxing for you. It should just be pedal to the metal and your biggest quarters for acquisition. Huge. Because then we can focus on the next quarters in going into 2022, right? In mid to late second quarter. Okay. Is all this starting to come together now from what we've been talking in the planning phases and all that? Head nods? Yes. All right. All right, good. But you got to take some time also and take a knee. All right. Because your brain just can't function without doing that. So don't think you're just going to power through it. So most of you have been going 150 miles an hour. So take a little time and recreate too. Okay. Now we get into this Black Friday, Cyber Monday thing, right? This is really where we want to start to get creative with those top three things, right? And many of you are agencies in this CAP group. So creativity is like your thing, right? Some of you have full staffs that are just that creative branch for your company. So get creative and do something different. Look at last year. I'm not talking about for your clients, okay? Because right now everybody's like, oh, it's Cyber Monday, especially in the agency world. Cyber Monday is huge. Black Friday is huge to get results for your clients. Don't forget to get results for yourself, though. Get results for your own company. So we want to look at that and take that big, big push, get creative. I'm not necessarily the guy that's the fan of special deals and blowouts and all that kind of stuff, but what can we create that's that value add that's a little bit different than what everybody else is doing? Okay.
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus? What I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
That's the important part. Look back at last year. Look at the year before. What are the things that you did in those years and were they knockout wins? If they were, look at that and say, well, how do I spin that a little bit differently? Because obviously we're in a little different times, right? So how do I spin that a little differently to roll that out? Okay, very important. Okay, so let's really talk about how do I knock that out of the park? Okay, most of you probably already started doing this, hopefully, because most of the consumer base, they are, they've already been out looking, right? So, and now with how things are, Cyber Monday and all these Black Friday, the bigger companies, it's like Black Friday is for a month, really. So you got to look at how, hopefully you started early enough and had some kind of pre-launch stuff prior to all of this. Okay, so we really look at how do we engage the base? Because all of you already have a base. You have a base. How do we in turn re-engage that base into something that might be, maybe it's not new, but it's perceived as new, right? It's just repackaged. I know Mike over at ELP, he's taken some of his stuff, packaged it up differently. It's the same stuff, but it's just how it's packaged up and how it's pushed for this specific events that are coming up here, just like right around the corner here. So start engaging and getting people excited, and then you can drop those bombs on Friday and Monday. Okay, makes sense? Should make pretty good sense. Okay. So we talk about all this stuff, right? But none of this stuff really matters if we're selling product, service, whatever, right? If we don't have, if our sites crash, if we don't have a good checkout process. I mean, I could go back and tell the story. I've already told it about checkout process, but it's key. It really is. If you got a crappy checkout process, and it's slow, people just lose interest. All right. So got to make sure you have a good system in the background that's supporting the flood. Because I assume everybody's looking for a flood, right? So if you get a flood, you better be able to support that flood. It's really, really important. Okay. Back everything up there again. Don't be the business that gets volume and then you crash and burn. Seen it happen. I've seen it happen to people before. And especially if you're out there doing this massive advertising and marketing and you're just slamming your site full of traffic, I would assume agency-wise, none of you will have that problem. You're all used to that. But some of the other folks in this group, probably have not given that a whole lot of thought. So just make sure you're prepared for that. Okay, optimizing products. I can speak for this myself. I mean, I would say it's even more than 7, right? It's probably half. Really don't know what they're looking for. And it's probably more men than women, because I tell you right now, I always get in the rush mode. God, what am I going to get the wife for Christmas? Right? I mean, I'm not going to be ashamed to say that. But it's like best gifts for wife for Christmas in Google. Right? Unique gifts for wife for Christmas.
Is she around?
Right?
Is she around?
No, she ain't here. I'd probably get slapped. She don't get to watch the replay. But you look at what I would think a lot of consumers are like me, right? So how do we get that lion's share of, if it's not directly for you, how do you get that lion's share for your business, right? For your clients that are in that space selling that stuff, right? So important to look at that. Again, spin off a version 2 of what you did last year if it worked. If it didn't work, obviously you don't want to do that. But good product descriptions. Bundling is key. Use phrases, limited time, one left, high demand, blah, blah, blah. You got to use a little bit of flair of hype, right? In an ethical way, all right? Obviously, we don't want to be deceptive, but hype sells. Hype sells. It just does. That's just the way it is. People want to feel like, people want to have that feeling of they're getting something special. It's just a whole marketing tool, right? So, and there again, you can use, some of you are really good at the whole keyword research stuff, all that kind of stuff. You can look at, Matt's got some really, really awesome tools for that stuff. And some of you could connect with him and utilize what he does and just kick him some beer money, right? Anyway, so all that stuff really important, okay? Discounts. I'm not a fan of discounts, but you got to do what makes sense to compete in the broader market here, okay? which some of this applies to some of you, some of it does not. Okay. Will Black, that doesn't really apply, right? At all, zero. It's not going to affect anything because he can't really apply discounts. Pretty much everybody else, though, can in this group. So it's taking a look at, there again, go back to your top 3 competitors, look at what they're doing and how you can compete with them in a Black Friday, Cyber Monday situation. Okay, it's that simple.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win. Thank you for tuning in to the SAB Chronicles, otherwise known as the COVID Chronicles. Hey, we hope you took a lot of great little golden nuggets from this episode. Follow us on social media. Follow us everywhere you can follow us for updates on all of our different series of podcasts, to include this one right here. We hope to see you back as soon as possible. And remember, you should always want to grow, scale, and win. We'll see you on the next episode.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.